Still talking to your friends?
It's complicated.
Many a tear has to fall,
When we first got together,
but it's all
we were different people.
in the game. All in the wonderful game.
Grandpa Eddie?
Anthony?
This is Martha and Bethany. This is Spencer's grandfather.
Nice to meet you.
Morning,
Sorry to barge in on you.
You're not barging, he's barging.
Milo Walker.
Did you guys see Spencer?
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Are you out of your mind? We haven't even picked our guys yet.
Oh, I hate this part. All right.
You hear something?
Huh?
Spencer.
Huh?
What?
Who are you?
Oh my God. You're Spencer's grandfather.
Are we in Florida?
And you?
Milo Walker. Did I die and turn into some kind of a small, muscular Boy Scout?
Are we dead?
Bethany?
No!
Rich?
I'm the old fat dude.
This can't be happening!
My hip sure feels good now.
Look at my thighs.
Look at your thighs.
Look at my thighs.
Okay, we have some issues here. The game is busted.
It was a game. I'm not it. I don't want to be it. Welcome to Jumanji.
This next venture is even more challenging. And remember, the future of Jumanji is in your hands.
I have one important question. Who is Jumanji?
Is that Barbara's boy?
We're gonna die.
We did die.
Are we in hell?
I knew it.
Oh my God.
All in the wonderful game.
This is a whole new thing.
Let me know.
You got to have eyes in the back of your head.
What in the Sam Hill?
What the hell is this?
It's your strengths and weaknesses.
Smoldering intensity?
It's a stupid face you make.
Huh?
What's going on? You having a heart attack? Breathe. Breathe. His whole left side is shutting down. Eddie.
All in the wonderful game.
Okay dah.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Okay, my name is Tun Farisha Ilabuti Musa. You guys can call me Farisha. My metric number is 208590. So today we are having discussion to discuss about the movie that we have choose on the last discussion. So have you guys watched the movie?
Yes.
Already watched? Yes. That's great. Okay, since I'm the first person, so I'm going to briefly summarize about this movie. Okay, the movie that we have choose is Jumanji The Next Level from genre comedy. So this movie is about a group of teens. We have Spencer, Martha, Frisch, and Bethany. They get trapped into the video game and stuck in grown-up bodies, which is the avatar in that video game. And as you guys know, we have another two characters, right? Two characters, which are Grandpa Eddie and Milo Walker, which they accidentally get trapped into the video game. So as the machine is broken, so they can choose the character by themselves. They can choose the character that they want. So the chaos occurs when Grandpa Eddie get the strongest character, which is Bravestone. And it's a big mess, which is he don't even know about the rules, what's going on, what's to do. So willing or not, all of them must play along with their own character and finish the task that has been given and end the game successfully. Okay, so I think others members can explain more about the character, about the scenes. Okay, who's going to proceed?
Yeah, I'll do next.
Okay.
Okay, so the character that I'm going to talk about is the hero and the heroine, which is Spencer and Martha. Okay, what I can say about Spencer is he's insecure. He's insecure. Like in which scene is in the first scene he went into the game just because he wanted to become Dr. Bravestone again. He wanted to be in his character. He wanted to be brave and not like he was at that time. And then the second part, when I could see he was insecure, is when he called off the relationship between him and Martha, because he saw Martha's pictures on Instagram and felt insecure. He felt unconfident about himself, so that's why he called off the relationship. Okay, so the next one is the heroine, which is Martha. What I can say about her is she's a very determined person. Uh, 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 like in which part is in the first part, before they went into the Jumanji game, the others told not to play the game again, but she was determined to go help Spencer, who is trapped inside the game. Yeah, so that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to proceed with the next two characters, which is Bethany and also Fridge. Okay, so let's go to Bethany first. Okay, Bethany is what I can say is that she's very insists to help Spencer, and I can say that she is caring, and also she's willing to do anything for her friends. And okay, so the part when the Bethany entered the Jumanji, she became a cyclone, which is basically a horse. And then when they entered the what we say that the water that can exchange their body, she became the Professor Sheldon, which it has a strength, a cartography, which is he is an expert in the study of maps, and making him the only one who can read the maps. So he also has the weakness, which is sun, heat, sun, and also endurance, meaning that he has a very low stamina. And next, I'm gonna go to Fridge. I could say that he also loves his friend, but he's not willing to go into the Jumanji because from the previous series, they barely save from the Jumanji game. Is it? So when Fridge entered the game, he became the Professor Sheldon and exchanged to Franklin Fidbar. And he has a strength, which is he's a zoologist, meaning that he knows everything about animals. And then he's a weapon valet, which he carries weapon, and also he is a linguistic, which means he can speak to animals. And then he has a weakness, meaning cake, speed, and also strength. As you can see from one scene where he slapped the bravestone in the face and no effect. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you. Firas, you did not turn on your mic.
Hey guys, today I would like to tell you about our two new characters in Jumanji, which is Milo Walker and Eddie Gilpin, which is known as Grandpa Eddie. So, Milo Walker is a resident of Brantford, along with his friend Eddie Gilpin. Several black years, Milo and Spencer's grandfather Eddie Gilpin owned a restaurant called Milo's and Eddie's. Later, them retired after 15 years and sold into the new manager, which is known as Nora Shepherd, which is caused a rift between him and Eddie. During his life, it was revealed he used to be married to a wonderful woman, but passed away. Milo discovered he had an unspecified illness and doesn't have a lot of time, so which is make him to come to Eddie Gilpin's house to make an apologize for the past 15 years. Eddie Gilpin, who is staying at his grandson Spencer's home, tried to make an amend. Even though Eddie doesn't want to. Eddie Gilpin, who is the grandpa Eddie, he is the father-in-law of Janice Gilpin and grandfather of Spencer Gilpin. So from the recovering of hip surgery, he stayed at his grandson home. So the journey start when the Milo Walker come to Grandpa Eddie home and they start to join the journey of Jumanji. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone. I would like to talk about moral value that we learn from this movie, which is friendship. Friendship is a relationship between two or more friends. This movie is about loving your friends. This is because everyone in this movie help each other when in trouble. For example, when Spencer is not found, his friends look for him, and in a quick turn of event, they find themselves in the Jumanji along with two spectacular fellows. In other scene, Milo and Eddie always arguing against each other, then fighting together, but they are always being a good friend to everyone. This value actually can show to people to appreciate their bond in friendship. That's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Next, I would like to talk about the value of cooperation in this movie, which is four of them before they went to the sand place, which is called sand dance. As we know that in the movie, Brimstone and Ruby, both of them work together to escape from the ostrich they met in the sand place, and another both of them also did cooperate to escape from the ostrich, which they use the vehicle from there they have found. So in the cooperation is very important for us to work together to to overcome a problem. That's all. Thank you.
All right. So next, I'll be talking about the other values that we can get from this movie. So the next value that we can get from this movie is leadership. There is lots of leadership lesson that we can learn throughout this movie. One of the leadership value was portrayed by Milo, who was placed into the character of Dr. Finbar in the Jumanji game. So during the first level, where they had to encounter with the ostrich, Milo took a long time to explain the behavior of the animals to his teammates. So his long-winded explanation had caused Dr. Smolder Bravestone to get killed by one of the ostrich. So what we can learn from this scene is many leaders think they have to be talkative when they speak to others. Some might believe that they have to explain the situation until the very specific details. A great leader should know how to communicate well based on the situation they are facing. So in this Milo case, he actually should give a brief and quick information to his teammates before any of them get injured or killed, just like Dr. Bravestone. Thus, as a great leader, we should always know how to deliver an information effectively so that we can have a better communication with our teammates. Thank you.
So for me personally, I would usually pay much more attention to cinematic details in a movie instead of the whole storytelling part, because I'm more of a fan of how the movie was made and its little details rather than the plotline itself. But in this movie particularly, there are parts which I'm really in awe of. For example, when we first see Eddie in the scene, which is played by Danny DeVito, okay, absolute legend. He is high up in the ladder, struggling to change the light bulb in the kitchen, right? This is actually a scene setting up his task as Ming at the end of the film, reaching up to the sun with the Falcon Jewel. I think this is a scene that is set up really well and cleverly by the writer, and it really gives me the feeling of storytelling as different parts of the movie actually feel interconnected with each other, despite one being at the start of the film and the other being at the end. I literally had goosebumps when I realized it. It's really smart to do that, I think. And also, one more thing I want to talk about is the cinematography, which I think is absolutely amazing in comparison to a lot of the movies I've watched. Although this is a comedy, I think it has a lot of actions going on. However, the camera work are handled really well. Usually for films that has a lot of action scenes, the camera work must be really good to make the scene stand out. For example, in the scene where they are getting chased by the ostriches, a lot of the things are going on, but the camera work made the whole scene look really amazing and exciting. And I think it has portrayed the emotions of the casts really well. And the scene, and this particular scene has my blood pumping as if I'm in the situation myself. So I really like that. So that's all.
So what I'm gonna share with you guys today is the most inventive and exciting scene in this entire film. And for me, when the character need to cross the rotating road bridge in order for them to reach up the two dragons, the villains in this film. And what made it more exciting in this scene is there were so suddenly huge colony of mandrill came to chase and attack them. It was a very tough challenging for them, as everyone know that the road bridge is rotating in a different way and is a very fragile. Uh, so the character need to jump from bridge to bridge, and some of them almost fall to the water below them is very terrifying. And what I can say that the whole scene was very challenging. And for me as the audience, made me wonder if everyone will make it out alive. And I'm actually on the edge of my seat the whole time when I'm watching this movie. Even though I have been watching it for the second time, it's still worth watching again. So and lastly, what I'm gonna say that the actor and the special effect really made the scene look real and alive. So I think it's really worth watching. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna state the ending. So for the ending, Grandpa Eddie decided to go and try a blind date, even though he never wanted to do that at the first place. But because of his best friend advice, he tried to move on from his past and try to build a new life. His friend Milo decided to stay in Jumanji after they had succeeded in completing the level. So he said that he was 75 years old and he just learned how to fly. Okay, for this, he became the Cylon. So he decided to stay. For me, this scene is quite sad for me because as a friend, they are best friend and they depart. So if we depart from our best friend, we also be sad, right? And also they depart from different world, the game and real world. So the hint that he gave to his best friend before they part away makes Grandpa Eddie open his heart and try to change his life. So the message that the movie tries to tell us is about, I think, about friendship, teamwork, how they try together to solve the problem, saving people and more. Okay, that's all.
Right. So I think everyone had fun while watching this movie, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So fun.
Yeah. So I
Yes.
think it is a good review from every one of us.
Okay.
So I think, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I would give a rating. I think 8 out of 10. Okay. How about you guys?
I think I will agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah, me
How about the
too.
rest?
Me too. Me too. Me too.
Yeah, same goes to me.
Yeah. So this movie is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything you want to say before we end the discussion for the movie review? Maybe someone want to add up something? No?
No, I think
No.
I don't think so.
Okay lah, I think maybe that's it for this movie review. Okay, so let's end the discussion here. Okay, bye.
Right. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for your time, guys.
Okay, bye.